Today we'll take a look at the New Wave Toys Berzerk 1/6 scale arcade cabinet. There were approximately 39,000 original Berzerk upright cabinets manufactured back in the day, and this miniature version of the iconic machine has many features that I think you'll find very impressive. I'm John, and welcome to Wagner's Tech Talk. It's been a while since I've reviewed a New Wave Toys product, and I loved playing Berzerk in the arcades. New Wave Toys has historically done an impressive job recreating the original arcade machine in a 1/6 scale form factor, even down to the packaging, which looks similar to how the machine may have shipped back in the 80s. You'll notice it states Atari Inc. instead of Stern. That has to do with Atari having purchased several Stern games in 2023, including Berzerk and Frenzy. Both of those games are included on this machine. Inside the box is a bag that includes a bunch of goodies, which we'll take a closer look at. There is also a charging cable. The charging cable itself is a USB-A to USB-C cable. It doesn't include the power adapter itself, so you will need to supply your own. However, it does have a built-in rechargeable battery, which is common on most Replicade products. Inside the bag, we have a magnetic lockdown bar, a small kick plate, a replica power cable that is just for looks, and their signature mini coins. And if you're wondering, yes, you can use them to coin up the game. There is a bat top replacement for the joystick, but it's recommended not to use it for gameplay. There are also some Atari labels if you want to add them to the marquee and control panel, and a manual that only has about 3 pages of information in English. The marquee, bezel, and overall cabinet design looks great and nearly identical to the original arcade cabinet. At the top, there is a volume dial, a power indicator, and a power button. At the back are cutouts that replicate what the back of the arcade machine looked like, a warning label, the speaker, and a metal lock. At the bottom are all the ports. The one marked power is where you can plug in the faux power cord. Let's go ahead and check it out while we're here. That's pretty cool. There are 2 USB ports for connecting external controllers, the USB-C port for charging, an HDMI output if you want to play on an external monitor, and we'll give that a try in a few moments. The marquee artwork looks great. Notice the Stern label is missing for reasons we've already discussed. The cabinet is made of wood, metal, and plastic parts. There is a small faux speaker cover to mimic the original. The top control panel plate is made of metal. Many micro switches are used for the joystick. The fire and player 1 and 2 buttons are shorter than the other Replicades I own, and they are a bit clicky. The display uses CRT-FX 2.0 and includes reflection reduction properties to replicate the look of a CRT monitor, which of course this uses an LCD panel. The coin door is made of metal and allows the magnetic lockdown bar to easily attach to it. You can insert credits by pushing this button. Opening the coin door reveals a small bucket that will collect any of the mini coins that you drop into the machine. However, only the far left coin slot works for this. Something I've never seen on a Replicade product is if you push on the left-hand side, it reveals a miniature replica of the Berzerk mainboard. That is an impressive touch, and I hope it's something that's included in future models. You can see the large capacitors, the chips, and other components. A very nice addition. After powering on the machine, the marquee light distribution looks great. While this is playing the original Arcade ROMs, there is a slight modification to change the company name from Stern to Atari. Now let's try out using these small coins to add credits. Watch here in the middle of the screen while I insert a coin. That's pretty cool. I went ahead and added 3 more credits. Inside the coin box, we see all 4 coins. Again, that is a very nice touch. I'll press the Player 1 Start button, and we'll go ahead and play some Berzerk. All the original callouts from the arcade are here. The controls, while of course quite small, do work very well. I do want to note that the buttons are a little shorter and clicky compared to other Replicades. Well, it's not exactly my best game, but you can enter your initials and it will retain them even when powered off. To enter the menu, press Player 1 and 2 at the same time. From there, you can turn the marquee backlight on or off, change the screen brightness, enable scan lines to mimic the lines you would see on a CRT display. For the P1, P2 switch option, with an external controller connected and this option enabled, it will allow Player 1 to use the MIDI controls and Player 2 to use the external controller. Attract mode, if enabled, will play sounds, and you can set when a bonus life occurs. Up at the top, if you select Berzerk, you can switch to the game Frenzy, which is the sequel to Berzerk. The machine will then reboot into Frenzy, and you'd repeat the same to get back to Berzerk. Frenzy has a few interesting twists over Berzerk. For example, if you shoot the white walls, the shots will ricochet off of them. You can also shoot through the dotted walls if you fire at the same location twice to take out the enemy. Another interesting aspect in Frenzy is you can shoot Evil Otto several times and he'll go away briefly. But when he comes back, he'll move a lot faster. I'll go ahead and switch back to Berzerk. Then plug in this clone Xbox 360 controller and an HDMI connection to a portable monitor. The display on the machine turns off when HDMI is plugged in and sends the signal to your TV or monitor. The controller was automatically recognized, and you can point up the machine and then press start to start the game.
Kills a humanoid. Can fight like a robot.
And as you would expect, if we switch over to Frenzy, the controls and the display, everything works exactly the same as it did with Berzerk. The viewing angles using the CRT-FX 2.0 process are very impressive and will look great sitting on your desk or shelf. In my opinion, this is perhaps one of the best New Wave Toys cabinets yet. The level of detail is extraordinary. From the kick plate, the lock bar, the working coin slot, the removable mainboard, and even being able to add a bat top to the joystick is very cool. I did try playing using the bat top, and I'm not exactly sure why it's not recommended for gameplay, but I guess they have their reasons. The only thing that may be a put off for some is that the Arcade Rom was slightly modified to include the Atari rather than the stern copyright information. It's understandable, however. These machines are priced around $200 and are in limited quantities, though their website doesn't indicate how limited they are. All in all, if you love classic arcade games and want to bring some of that nostalgia home in a 1/6 scale version, I think you'll be very happy with this cabinet. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know by clicking the like button. If you've not already subscribed to the channel, I hope you'll do so. And with that, I look forward to talking with you again very soon.
Intruder alert, intruder.